Hello. For my History vs. Hollywood project, portfolio project, I chose to watch two films, Django Unchained and The Hateful Eight. While watching these films, I chose to focus on the bounty hunting aspect of these movies because bounty hunting is just something that I have always found interesting. In both of these movies, bounty hunting is a recurring theme. Um, that being said, both movies did portray it differently to an extent. Django Unchained showed bounty hunting in action more so. We follow Django and Dr. Schultz on their journey bounty hunting. After Dr. Schultz frees Django from slavery, he turns him into a bounty hunter. And from that point, you see that they're both portrayed as shoot first, ask for forgiveness later style bounty hunters, meaning they always kill their targets. In fact, Dr. Schultz explains bounty hunting to Django by saying that um, he deals in corpses, meaning that he only turns in dead bodies. Similarly, in Hateful Eight, that is Marshall Warren's belief system as well. He believes the only good criminal is a dead criminal. He doesn't believe that it was, or he didn't believe that it would was smart or needed to be as difficult as it would be to bring back a live criminal when they're wanted dead or alive. Um, so in that respect, it's similar. However, in Hateful Eight, there also is another character, John Hangman Ruth, and he's different. He has his own set of beliefs, and those beliefs are that you shouldn't cheat the hangman, and that means that every body that he catches, or every criminal that he catches, he always brings them to the hangman so that they can actually hang. Um, Again, because that's how he got the nickname Hangman, because he always brings back his victims to the hangman of the local town. Um, Both of these movies provide some level of insight into the world of bounty hunting back in the mid 1800s. However, I would not. I would be cautious when using them as learning tools for two reasons. One, even though they do depict bounty hunting, you don't learn a whole lot about the actual world of bounty hunting. We were explained, or not we were explained, they explained to us, Dr. Schultz explains to the viewers in Django Unchained what a bounty hunter is, but that definition is different than the definition we get in Hateful Eight, in the sense that in Django Unchained, he says that bounty hunters always kill, but that is not the case. In fact, it was technically illegal for bounty hunters to kill the targets unless it was in self-defense or they were trying to flee. So if those boxes were not checked, then they weren't supposed to kill. But it's described to the viewers as bounty hunters kill their targets and turn in the corpses for money in Django Unchained, which is not completely accurate, but it is partially accurate because even though there were rules in place for that reason, to prevent bounty hunters from killing unless these certain boxes were checked, it was very common for those rules to be disregarded, because unless someone could disprove that your life was in danger, they tried to flee. There was no way of knowing that it was unnecessary for them to be killed. That being said, it wasn't actually explained the whole process from beginning to end of how bounty hunting works. We are told that you need the sheriff or the person in charge to pay you, but other than that, we don't get any of the inner workings of bounty hunting. So when using it as a learning tool, I think it could be an accent to something else, but it shouldn't be used on its own. My second reason is that Tarantino was a very, very brilliant man, but instead of giving us a lot of information about bounty hunting, we are faced with multiple gory scenes after another. And I just feel like, or I believe that if the goal here is to educate, then all the blood and gore doesn't add to it. And in fact, it could have the opposite effect. When using it as a learning tool, people might be less inclined to watch because of all the blood and gore, rather than watching it to learn the information that you do learn from it, even though that information is not very much. So that's my take on Hollywood versus history. I did enjoy the project, but Yeah, I don't think that they should be used as learning tools, but I think that they can be used to accentuate another learning tool.